by the commencement of your word, Lord, they shall come back to life. Every day spiritual man shall be resurrected. Every day destiny shall be resurrected. Your people shall be quickened again in the name of Jesus Christ. Everything holding us captive, the power in your word shall set us free. Lord, I ask this day, use me as a great instrument to revive your children and to revive me as well. Let there be edification. Lord, I pray, open our eyes of understanding. Illumine us, Lord. Every power that want to protest against this message, let the jealous anger of God Almighty rise against them. Let our heart be open to embrace your word. Let our ears be open to embrace your word. Let your people be enriched with your word. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Shall we please be seated? Let's open our Bible in the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 31. Matthew chapter 5, verse 31. And at the side, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causing her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committed adultery. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. The Bible made us to understand that in all that getting, that I should get wisdom, get knowledge, and get understanding. And wisdom is profitable to direct. Many people are suffering what they are not supposed to suffer because the wisdom that should grant them victory or deliverance from that is missing. And yet, if they die in that state of ignorance, they will lose heaven. Especially when they are unable to meet up to God's standard. The Bible talks about that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. In the absence of knowledge, there is definitely going to be destruction. In this place, Jesus Christ, when he was teaching the people, he made them to understand the standard of heaven when it has to do with marriage. And we all know that marriage is a special union that was instituted by God. God took time to institute the union called marriage. Marriage is meant to be divine. Marriage is meant to be honorable. Marriage is meant to be cherished. It's one of the gifts that God gave to humanity, which the angels are not opportune to have. But it is so sad and very frustrating that many look as if it has become a child play. Many throw the way they handle it. Let me speak as a man. Maybe God is even regretting of instituting the union called marriage. It's been handled in error. And as a result of that, God is not pleased. So Jesus Christ was telling the people, he said, you have heard, you were told that whosoever that want to put away his wife should give the person a written of divorcement, a written of separation. Then you can put the woman away. But he went further to say to the people, but now I am coming with a different teaching. It's no longer as usual. I am saying to you that whosoever of fornication. That the only reason you can put your wife away, the only reason you can put your husband away is on the cause of fornication. But if there is nothing like fornication, then you are not qualified to divorce the person. Now, I'm preaching a message titled God's Stand on Divorce, Remarry, and Separation. I will be talking about two things. I'll be talking about divorce, I'll be talking about remarrying, and I'll be talking about separation. I want you to listen, because this error is being committed both by pastors, it's being committed both by general overseers, prophets. Somebody can just put away his wife and marry, and both of them will still be doing the ministerial work. Somebody can put away the husband and remarry, and the person will still be answering prophetess. God never made it so. That have never been the will of God. Before God, who instituted the union called marriage, is more than the way many today are seeing and handling it. Let's see the book of Mark 10. The book of Mark chapter 10. Let's start from verse 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? Tempted him. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation, God made them men and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. Praise ye the Lord. So they kept tempting Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ now asked them, what did Moses say? And they not said, Moses said that we should write a bill of divorcement and put the woman away. Jesus Christ now told them, Moses asked you to do so because of the hardness of your heart. Somebody will say, but is it not among the law? Is it not among the instruction? Listen to me. Putting her away, giving her a letter of divorcement is not God's perfect will. We have God's perfect will, we have God's submissive will, and we have God's no will. God's perfect will is something God instituted out of his heart. He is the one that offered it to you. He is the one that made the decision and give you and pick it. You may like it or you may not like it. That's your on God's perfect will. Then God's submissive will is a will you pose on him, or is a will you talk him into. For example, your father can say, I don't want to do this. I've said it, I don't want to do it. That you may continue talking to him, making him to see this reason, and so on and so forth, scoping him and so on and so forth. Before you know, you now say, okay, oh yeah, go, so that I can have my peace. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Now, he has given you the order to do it, but it's not his perfect will. And there's a difference in your father say, go and do this. what I want you to do. This is the course I want you to read. It's a different ballgame. Now, another thing, no will. Especially, let me use the term of marriage. Some people go into prayer. God, who is the right person for me? Who is the woman you want me to settle down with? And they prayed and prayed and prayed, and God showed them. God guide them, either by revelation or by leading. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, at the beginning, they may not like the person. The person may not have all the future that they expect on the person they want to marry. But due to they have discovered it is the will of God. Some will be praying against it, but messages will be coming. This is who God wants for you. This is who God wants you to settle down. Now, the person will now say, okay, God, I'm ready to do your will. And the person will go, do the necessary thing, and get married. It's God's perfect will. Yes. And somebody may not bring a picture or names of 5 or 10 women. And now, God, who among them is the right one for me? Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, at the cost of you praying and praying and praying and praying and praying, then, and among that 10, maybe there is a one you have more interest on. At the cost of praying, 1 out of the 10 will be shown to you. Now, these are the mistakes people make. And they say, it is God's perfect will. It's not God's perfect will. God's perfect will, you have no play in mind. God's perfect will, you have no name in mind. God's perfect will, you have no state in mind. God's perfect will, you have no country in mind. I don't know, are you getting what I'm saying? You just don't know anything. He is the one leading. Out of the 10, one has been selected. You are on his permissive will. Then, there is a difference you want to marry. You just enter in the place and you saw a lady. You love the lady. And you tell your people, I want to go and marry her. And your people followed you. And they went. And you prepared the diary. You didn't ask God, did you like it? Do you want me to settle down? Or what have you? God had nothing to do in that. So among these two, the only one that you can hold God immediately, the only one you can hold God, and he responds quickly, without much barrier, is the one on his perfect will. The one on his perfect will. That's the one you can hold God. But the one on his permissive will, don't expect him to just rush in. Because when you send your child on your island, and along the line there is issue, you will defend that child, even without that child calling you. But when you don't want a child come up and impose something on you, I ask you not to do it. You insisted, now you have done it. You see a different thing. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that perfect will, submissive will, and no will of God. So, he said, due to the hardness of your heart, Moses gave you this law. But from the beginning it was not so. He created a male and female. And not only that, he still went further to say that what he has joined together, let no man put asunder. And he went further to say, for this cause shall a man leave his father, mother, friends, relations, and cleave to the wife. This should be done in both. Not you are in a marriage or you are in a union, and every decision is being controlled either by the parents of the man or by the parents of the woman. I was told a story, I came across it in Facebook. A woman from a poor home got married, and when they got married, they married to the man that is mommy boy. They call it mommy boy or mommy's pet. Now, when they were to marry, he asked the lady or the woman, what about if we didn't get child? Didn't they say no problem? We will stay. And it's okay. The lady never understood why the question. Now, they got married. Before you know what is happening, due to the family of the man is wealthy. The family of the man is not wealthy. So everything is wrong by the parents of the man. What will be cooked in the house? What's the type of car? The type, everything. Now, the woman, after some days, no conception. And not only is the mother of this man running the home, the sisters of the man also keep interfering. They are big women, they want their order. And whatsoever they say, their brother must obey. Now, they don't say, when this thing continue, a time came. They came to the house and packed all the load of the woman and said, we are leaving our brother's house. Since you are now conceiving, get out. So when in the process the husband returned and now gathered them, and that's okay, I am the reason why my wife cannot conceive. Based on social test. And the man got the information before he married the woman. Now, immediately the news came on them. They were all broken. They didn't expect it. All they all thought was the problems from the woman. Now, for about 3 months or thereabout, they stopped coming to the house. Later they surfaced and opened a supermarket to the lady, to the wife of their brother. Big supermarket. Then, not only that, bought car. When the father of the woman died, they went and converted the house through a befitting burial. After that, they now came on board. Since our brother cannot get you pregnant, you have to sleep with the junior brother of your husband so that you can get child for us. You want to say, well, I have to discuss it with my husband. So when he went to the husband, he always said, if mommy and my sisters have agreed that we should go down with no problem now. They might say, what about adopting? They say no. So when the woman refused, before you know what is happening, they started again, troubling the woman, testing her. To cut the long story short, before you know, the woman went and get pregnant from a young boy. So the home is now on fire. So they want to beat the child out of her womb. When this thing became more, the lady woman now went and told the young boy that got her pregnant. Now the woman is now asking, what should I do? Why did I read this story? The Bible says, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to the wife. So, many today are misusing the union that God instituted, not understanding his full purpose and counsel why he instituted the union called marriage. Before God, marriage is sacred and special. Yes, and should be handled with sacredness and in a special way. It was never the of God to give his law that they should put away their wives, knowing that they have become one flesh. But because they had a strong heart, a stony heart, he allowed them to be given letter of divorcement. Listen, for the two becoming one means they cannot be separated. They cannot be put off. That's what it means. So he allowed it because they were bent on mischief. And because they were bent on mischief, he now said, okay, you can do. If that is what you want, you can do. He now allowed them. So throughout those 30 years of law, they were doing it. Not that it's God's perfect will. He allowed them under his permissive will, not his perfection. So when Jesus Christ came and the complete work of salvation needed to be carried out, he needed to remind them, if the complete work of salvation must be carried out in them, this is the actual way, not the way you are used to. So, the giving of letter of divorcement, God was never fully involved in it. Now let's talk about divorce. Divorce. Divorce had to do with legal dissolving of one's marriage. Legal dissolving of one's marriage. Legal dissolving of one's marriage. And what I mean by legal dissolving of one's marriage is that it's not something that the husband will not come and say, oh yeah, I'll divorce you. I'm no longer marrying you. You are no longer my wife. No. Because on the day that the man went to marry the woman, he didn't go alone. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the man don't have that full right to just come up and say, I'm divorcing my wife. No. Legal dissolving. They can go to court. Now, if they are with the person that wedded in the court, there were witnesses when they put you together. And I believe at the day of dissolving, those witnesses have to be there. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing. They have to be there as a witness. We were there when we were joined, and we have come also in agreement to put people off. And that's why when it goes to the decision, both the man and the woman must accept. Two of us. Both of them accept. That's why by the time they serve a letter from court, the man will want to make sure the woman accepts. If the woman refuses to accept, the court cannot. Vice versa. So that's it. Now, if it is not court, when court marriage have not come in, then they go by the tradition. The elders from the man will go to the elders from the woman's side. I don't know if it is how it's done in some of your places, but in my place, that's how it is done. Then, because the day you married, you went with your elders to seek for a hand in marriage. And if you now said, okay, you are no longer married, some places, they will give a cake of palm wine. They will put it on the woman's head. They will carry the person back and they will eat. This is the diary. This is what we collected. This is it. This is the wine. When we came here with wine. This is it. I'm talking based on my side. And they say we are no longer married. And they will just. So we put this this palm, this thing. So they put it and say this is. So we break the calabash. They break it as a sign of dissolving. So once this is done, proper dissolving have taken place. Are you getting what I'm saying? Proper dissolving have taken place. So, and once that is done, this woman returned to answer the father's name. Listen, you know we are in the modern day, and the modern day are going based on this, but at the end of the day, we are still returning to the Bible. It is improper, it's not biblical for a woman who is married, and when you married, you attach your name, your father's name, together with the father's name of your husband. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you are Okereke. Your father's surname is Okereke. Before the marriage, you were answering Okereke, and now you are married. Then your husband's name is Peter. That is the surname. You are not answering Peter Okereke or Okereke Peter. That is not the pattern of believers. And look, if you don't know why unbelievers started going, in the beginning it was not so. When your father married your mother, did your mother still attach her father's name? You know, we are socialized. We want to imitate Europe, but we are not imitating them in the good thing. We are not imitating them in development. It's not their pattern that God is going to judge. Now, why are they doing that? By the time tomorrow, the woman say, I am no longer married. The only thing she will do, she just remove Peter and move on. That is it. And move on. So, are you married with the expectation that tomorrow you are going to separate? This is my question. Because it's a plan, and in case of incasity, that's the way it is. No matter your argument, but before God, that's the way it is. So that is it. You are married, you are moving over. There should be exchange of name. That your name should be changed. First Corinthians 7. 10 to 11. I know you may have questions, but you can pin down your question. First Corinthians 7, I'm reading from verse 10. And unto the married, I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. You see? He said this command, not by me, Paul was talking, but by the Lord. I have nothing to do with this. It cannot be tampered. It cannot be tampered. Let not the wife depart from her husband. But if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Now tell me, the pastors who are divorcing their wife and remarrying, is this portion of the Bible not in their Bible? Yes, some of them they have strong argument. They will say, I caught her, she cheated on me. And the Bible said immorality, and the case of immorality. Listen to me. The Bible didn't just say and the case of immorality, it said except on the occasion of what? Fornication. Forget other translation. All these new modern translation that are putting it immorality. It is stated And look, married woman can never commit fornication. Married man can never commit fornication. A married man, if you cheat on your wife, is adultery. And a married woman, if you cheat on your husband, is adultery. So that is it. So if anybody telling you on the occasion of immorality, then you can divorce her and remarry. The person is a liar. Matthew chapter 5 is said only on the occasion of the person committing fornication. And in this place again, when Paul, okay, some preachers will say that side is Old Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke. That is how all these New Pentecostal pastors normally say it. They say Matthew, Mark, Luke. John is not New Testament. That Jesus Christ operated as law. Yes, I've been under a teaching. They will argue, they will stand by it. So all that happened from in those places is Old Testament. That New Testament started from Acts of Apostles. Now, okay, let me say it's Old Testament. Right, all right. But what about this? Only on the occasion of fornication. That divorcement and remarriage is allowed. But if she can never commit fornication again, for example, a woman who has given birth, apart from Virgin Mary, can she still be called virgin? So what Jesus Christ was trying to make the person to understand, there is no occasion for you to put her away and remarry. That's why my friend say, and even if you put her away, stay without marriage. And if you are tired, return back. But when a proper divorcement is done, returning back is not easy. Matthew, let's talk about remarrying. But before we go there, let's see Matthew 19, 9 to 11. Matthew 19, 9 to 11. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, shall marry another, committed adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. Now he said, if you put the person away and marry another person, you are committing what? Adultery. Remember the one place he said, except for the cause of fornication. I don't know, are you getting the difference? Yes, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Listen, you need to have this knowledge. Because this thing I'm saying, if you don't have it, when you go out there, you'll be misguided. And many have been misguided. That is it. Many have been misguided. So if your sister, maybe you're in a marriage, you say, after all, you go, don't go, I will go out, I will remarry again. The day you choose that, just know that you have signed off from heaven. Not that it's true. Never have anything to do except to correct that mistake. And if you die in it, you only end up where Lucifer will end up. His disciples said unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry you. The disciples saw it. Jesus Christ told them the implication. You open their eye and they say, Lord, if this is the case, then it's better I remain the way I am. That is if she is the one that divorced me and I have to marry men. I cannot remarry. And even if she's doing whatever she's doing, I can't put her away and still enjoy my life again. Let me just, it's better we stay. Let me look at the reply of Jesus Christ. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. He said, listen, everyone cannot receive it, except to them it is given. Not everyone can stay unmarried. That is why. When you read the account of Paul, he said, if I wish all of you to be like me, but to avoid fornication, let every man have his wife. Remarry. The only occasion that God approved remarrying is on the case of a departure of one's partner. On the case of a departure, you married, you lose your husband to death, there is separation. There is divorcement, but by death. Then you are free to remarry. But as long as there is no death involved, there is no case for remarrying. Or, second option, if the woman can later become a virgin to commit fornication, if she can now turn somebody I'm used to, maybe people have kids, she has given birth to 2 children. If she cannot, I don't mean machine-made virgin, because in the present day, a prostitute, a cheap prostitute can still go to hospital and say, I want you to operate on me so that I can still become virgin. That's not what I'm talking about. God-made virgin. All those who are divorced and remarried are in error, except they move out of that sinful affair. It's not even marriage, because before God, it's not marriage. Listen to me. Anybody that divorces the husband or wife and marry another person is not marriage. It's an affair, illegal affair, unapproved by God, unaccepted. All the days of doing it, you are under God's anger. That's it. All the days of doing it, you are under. You may still be speaking in tongue. Yes, gift. It's like a kid. It doesn't know boundary. The person can still be demonstrating the manifestation of Holy Spirit. No problem. After all, it's not only the Holy Spirit that does miracle. Demons does miracle. Native doctor does miracle. So that's it. No room for separation and remarrying according to the word of God. So we say that Paul said, if unbeliever depart, let her depart. Make unbeliever listen. I think let's go there. Let's clear that. If unbeliever depart, let her depart. That a believer is not bound with an unbeliever. Let's go there. Let's clarify that. Because most cases, that's what they use. So she's unbeliever. I think that question is found in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. But to verse 12, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. Listen. Have you seen the difference between the other one he said? He said, speak the Lord. But this one is saying, speak I, not the Lord. It's a kind of, let me take it, maybe a pastor, as I'm preaching, maybe I give you counsel. I give you my own opinion. Not the Lord. If any brother had a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which had a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else, were your children unclean, but now are they holy. Please look up, let me give you that explanation. What Paul was trying to tell to the people. Now, there are some people, they are unbelievers. The man and the woman are unbelievers. Now the woman repents and embrace the Lord in truth and spirit. Are you getting? The husband may not say, okay, since you want to serve this God, and in my family, we don't allow Christian. There is nothing like Christian. This is the type of God deity we serve. For you to be in my house and say no, you will not serve the deity our family used to serve. Now, I'm leaving. Get out of the marriage. And the man pushed the woman. He said, if the man is leaving or the woman is leaving, let the woman go. But he never approved that as she has gone, let him marry. Then if the man, both of you and your wife are unbelievers, the man got born again, arrested by the Lord, your wife is unbeliever. Don't say because my wife is unbeliever, you push her out. And now if she still choose to remain with you, let her remain. I don't know, are you getting what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. Or am I too fast? No, sir. If she wants to still remain, allow her. Don't force her. You must be like me. Are you getting what I'm saying? Allow her. With matter of time, she can get converted. But it's not saying push her out. Since you are not a believer, the same thing goes to your parents. Your parents may not be believer, you are a believer. We will now say, some people will say, since you don't want to serve my God, since you don't want to get converted, and you are not going to receive a dime from me, you are in error. Get this clear. Make more like that. They say, since my mother choose to be unbeliever, since my mother choose to be a traditionalist, since my mother choose to be a witch, she will never have anything to do with me. I will not even call her mother, this and that. No. Get this. But it is common, many people come out. You don't believe at the part, let's have the part. It's not by the believer is not born by the unbeliever. No. That scripture doesn't give you license to remarry. It never back you up in any way. So, have clarified that. So we must understand that Jesus Christ stated that remarrying can be possible on the case of fornication, and the married woman can never commit fornication. When you go to the book of Mark, chapter 10, 11 to 12, you will see it there. But let's see Romans 7. Romans 7, 3 to 4. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. Are you getting it? I'm reading Romans 7, verse 3. So those people that we say Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is Old Testament, that the one they are focusing on is from Acts of Apostles. What about Romans? So he said, if a woman leave the husband and go and marry to another man, is on the day of her being in that foolish union, she is an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law. If her husband died, she is free from that law. So that she is no adulteress, though she be married to to another man. Yes. 4. Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto God. Praise ye the Lord. Now, some people may be asking, Pastor, this man we are saying it was set on the case of fornication, except on the case of the woman becoming the original virgin. What about in a case whereby the man is abusing the woman or the woman is abusing the man? Yes. You know, some people always, the one that is so common is that the man is abusing the woman, the man is abusing the woman. But do you know that some women abuse the man? Yeah, there are some men that their wife beats them, beat the hell out of them. And after beating them, the man will not have the face to come out and say, it is my wife that give me the woman. It's happened. It's just like the question of rape. We only know that women are the one that is being raped, but men also are being raped, even to death. So what about the question of violence? That's where I'm coming to this. I'm going to separation or leaving the home. Separation or leaving the home. Separation can only be carried out on the case of life threat, on the case of violence. Yes. On the case whereby the woman or the man has become a punching bag, where maybe the man will just lift up television, bam, where the man they can just carry knife and stand. Somebody showed me a video of a woman that used kitchen knife and cut the husband private part. And this man bought him a chip of millions, either up to 7 million or 8 million thereabout. They had issue. There was a woman waited, the man slept and he used knife. And as he was cutting, the man was shouting, the man couldn't be able to until he cut it off. And the man died. They showed, I'm not telling you what somebody just, I saw it, the person showed me on his phone. I've had a question of whereby somebody told me that she had been, and the husband had been having issue to the point that if she's sleeping or the husband sleeping, he would look for a kitchen knife and put on that pillow. There are marriages like that. Maybe the man using cutlass to pursue the woman. I'm going to kill you. You're a foolish man. Or the woman used knife. You're a stupid husband. It's better I kill you and go to jail. Pastor, what do I do in that case? Should I continue until the man kill me? Should I continue until the woman kill me? My life is in threat. What do I do? And the Bible says I must not divorce. In that case, what am I to do? Leaving the home. What did I say? Leaving the home, leave the home. You know, this was, today the world, or let me say Nigeria is lamenting, Osinachi death, Osinachi death, Osinachi death, Osinachi death. You know, in the beginning when they told me, people were saying, the pastor, they were blaming the pastor. I was saying, no, pastor doesn't have that right to say, woman, come out from your marriage. He doesn't have that right. No pastor has that right. So I was blaming. But later, I had some statement, some write-up that came from the person general overseer, making the comment that she's marriage is just only death. And from the report of other people, they were not saying the pastor is aware, this person is aware, but the pastor just want her to remain there. Then I started looking the other way around. Yes, as a minister, I can't tell my member leave the home, but it is my solid responsibility to make the woman to understand the danger of remaining in a home that is on fire. The danger of being in a house that a fuel has been poured and lighter is on and thrown to the building. That's it. As a pastor, you keep on preaching it. You keep on telling her the decision is not left for her. That's it. It is only a tree that saw somebody coming with cutlass to cut it and still remain. The human being, if somebody bring a gun and want to shoot you, what do? Yes. So you move out of the house, out of the sight of the person. And when you move out, what do? You move into prayer. So you don't remain in a house that is on fire and you are praying. Am I preaching heresies? If Osinachi did this, but she would have remained alive. She would have remained alive. She would have remained alive. I've had a case where a woman is pregnant, the husband beats her, and she gets miscarriage instantly. It's only when you are alive you can execute God's project. It may not suit well to you, but I'm just telling you. I remember a matter of such was brought to me some years back. And when it was brought to me, I said, okay, we got the person involved. These are the things he said, these are the things he said, these are the things he said, these are the things he said. And I to myself, I have full understanding. I know both the spiritual, the one is doing spiritual, and so on and so forth. It wasn't hidden to me. I know it, I'm sure of it. Now, also, not only that, there is also physical threat, spiritual threat has been going on. Attempt of death has been going on spiritually. Now, the violence is coming out physically. To the extent of the person saying, it's either you leave this house while you are alive, or you leave it in death. And there is power in spoken word. Yes. Now, the man was okay. Rephrase this treatment. He said, no, I'm not going to rephrase it. He kept doing. Then another person said, okay, I don't want to die before my time. I don't want to continue then die when I'm not supposed to die. I said, what did that brought to me? Okay, this is it. Are you willing? The person said yes. And I'm happy. I remember some of the people were involved. One made a statement and said, even if it were my sister, I can't allow my sister to die in such marriage. I will bring her out. But those who didn't know, that was like one of the pastors when I was listening to the write-up on those synergy case. He said that it is the church. We are crying the husband killed the woman. It is the church that killed the woman. Why? If the woman had come out and said the thing is too much, she don't want to die before her time, the church will still see the woman as some unbeliever, as somebody who couldn't stay. Places that they were calling her to minister, they will stop calling her. I don't know if you are getting the statement of the pastor. And I saw, yes, that we should learn to tell ourselves the truth. We should learn to tell ourselves the truth. So that's it. Now, on the case of the violence, attempt of death, what do I do? Come out. When you come out, number one thing, pray. Take time to be praying. For God to touch the man or for God to touch the woman, that is it. And had occasion whereby the husband will be putting poison on the woman's food. I've had occasion whereby the husband will give high access in money to assassinate the wife. Vice versa, women are doing it, men are doing it. That's it. So I said, number one, come out, separate yourself. Am I saying separate yourself to refund the money? No. Separate yourself, come out of it. Stay in a different place. Number two, be prayerful. Do I say hate the man or the woman? No. Still love him, still love her, and be praying for her, for God to grant her repentance from such character. Then, number three, don't change your name. I said number three, don't change your name. Some women, once they come out, they say, I just want to, for peace to reign, or I don't want to die. You come out, you return to your mother home, or you will start answering your name. You are in error. You will keep answering that man's name. That name you are answering. If it is Ife Sinachi, you are answering when you are in his roof. You keep answering Ife Sinachi. By removing that name, you are in error. That is it. So you keep answering his name, pray. If God arrests him, he come back. You get back. You return back to your home. Number four, you must have nothing to do with another man or another woman. You must have nothing to do with another man or another woman. If not, you are committing adultery or adulteresses. That's it. But if you say, Pastor, you are preaching error, the woman she's supposed to stay. She's supposed to stay, fight for her marriage, no problem. If you have a sister and the same her life is in threat, if she complains to you, tell her to remain there. And the day they kill her, they will call you. I listened to this woman, is it Osinachi? Mother. She said that the man told them that your daughter, if your daughter does not come back to you people life, she will come back to death with death. So when the woman now died, the man called and said she has gone. He said, where? He said, I mean she's dead. The woman now said, so you have forfeited your promise. That is the occasion where I start to blame the family. How can you be a mother? How can you be a father? Or okay, no father, or maybe no father. How can you be people? And your sister is passing through such hell. And you could I said, oh, maybe that both of them were under spell. So what am I trying to say? You don't stay under fire where fire is burning you, and you say you are praying for God's will to be done, for God to intervene. Come out, go somewhere, and be praying for God to intervene. That is my message. I'm talking about divorce, remarrying, separation, or leaving the home. And once you are leaving the home, there should be no reformment of diary. Immediately diary is reformed. Immediately you change your name, divorce has taken place. That's it. So if you don't want to die and go to hell, this is what I have to say through the word of God that I've read to us. Don't use your own hand and kill yourself. And people will say, what about what people will say? Leave what people will say. I believe one of the reasons the woman wanted to leave, but because the pastor is not in support of her leaving. This is my conclusion, because I've listened to so many reports from them. People are asking, but why did the woman stay? With all these things happening to her, why did she stay? Why she stayed, which I am sure, is that since the church wouldn't allow it, the church is the platform for her success. By her moving out, contrary to the will of the church, they chase her out, they suspend her, and she lose the platform. So for her to retain her faith,